Have you got any?
I like chicken and waffles, like fried chicken and waffles with maple syrup, because I like the sweet and savoury. So I kind of get what they're saying.
You put pineapple on a pizza?
No, that's weird.
I know that's normal, but that's weird. That shouldn't be together. Anyway, in just a moment, winter is coming. Our green-fingered goddess, Kelly Brook, reveals how to get our gardens ready for the colder snap. Good luck with that. Now, it's official, winter is coming, and whilst we're buying warm woolly coats and cranking up the central heating, our plants need some protection from the upcoming cold blast too.
Kelly Brook is here with a guide to prepping them for the season ahead.
Autumn's here finally. We were talking about this the other day. We're like, why is it still sunny? We want autumn.
I know.
Do you remember?
I'm quite happy that the season's changing.
It's my favourite time of year.
Yeah.
I love the autumn. I love watching
Messy. I don't like autumn, it's messy. I like the colours, I just don't like the mess.
But I'm going to show you what to do with the mess now. This is called leaf mulching.
Right.
Have you heard of this?
Yes.
Right, OK. Oh, you're a good gardener, aren't you, Philip?
Well,
you're always out in the garden.
I dabble.
OK, so I'm going to show you how to do some leaf mulching. Now, if all your leaves are falling and making such a mess on your lawn, the best thing to do is take your lawnmower out, because you can still cut the lawn this time of year, and you just want to basically chop them all up, because that starts the kind of breaking down process.
Right.
And the reason you want to make leaf mulch is that it's fantastic for suppressing the weeds, it puts good nutrition back into the soil, and it also retains all the moisture for all your plants in the springtime.
So once you've chopped it up, what do you do with it?
OK, so once you've chopped it all up, you want to find a space in the garden.
So this is in the catcher. This is chopped up leaves in the catcher,
in the catcher.
of the mower.
It doesn't matter if there's some grass clippings in there, because that kind of adds a bit of nitrogen, which actually breaks down all the leaf mould, which is full of carbon.
And if you haven't got a catcher, can you
just rake them up?
Limo it and then rake it?
Oh, absolutely. Just rake it up. And then you want to find an area. Now, the key is to keep it really moist. So you want it, because that's going to really help break it down. So I would suggest, if you don't want to... I mean, I have a big open area in my garden. I just throw it all there and I just let nature do its thing and it all just breaks down. It takes about 6 months, but if you haven't got a big open area, you can just put it in a black bin liner and you just keep watering it. You just want to make sure that it doesn't dry out. And it should take about 6 months, put some little holes in there. Or you can put it in a composter bin.
Right, OK.
And then
you just put it on your flower beds?
Yeah, I mean... I always put mine on my rose beds, and I'm telling you, it's, especially this year, because we've had such a dry summer, it's just been fantastic, and my roses were just, like, flowering all summer. I mean, it's so brilliant. It also protects against frosts as well, so I know people like to rake up all the leaves in the garden, but I've got some, like, wild areas in my garden, especially under the woodland, and I like to leave a layer of leaves. I just don't clear them, and that kind of acts as a blanket for all the bluebells and the wood anemone that comes up.
See, so that protects...
Yeah, it's meant to be. Exactly, because I think we kind of over-garden.
So if I don't pick up any leaves, I can say I'm actually just leaving them for the bluebells.
It's a blanket. It's protecting against frost. That's what you can say.
I love a good excuse.
The other good thing to protect against frost, if we move over to here, is a little bit of straw. Now, I think the dahlias are looking lovely in the garden at the moment, the asters, the anemones. Like, I think this time of year is so colourful in the garden. And I know lots of people, especially in the north of the country, they like to kind of pull up all their bulbs during the winter and pull up their dahlia tubers. But I don't do that. I leave all mine in the ground and I just cover them with a bit of straw, and that acts as a blanket and just keeps them away from all the frost.
OK, good.
So that's good.
That's easy to do. What about next? Tidy up any annuals.
Oh, yeah, so if you... Another thing to do, like, once you've made your leaf mulch, that takes 6 months, but in about a year it'll be leaf mould, which is even better than compost. Another way to make compost is just go into the garden now and just get all the dead, just get everything together, find a little area, just chuck it all in a bin.
All your potato peelings and your tea bags and all of that. We chuck everything. The eggshells, the whole lot goes in.
And even, like, lint from the tumble dryer. I don't know if you ever do your, drying all your towels and everything. All the lint from your towels can go straight into your compost heap.
Really?
And it all breaks down. It just all adds to it. Yeah, anything natural.
I didn't know that.
Just no, like,
because you're meant to keep that clean, aren't you?
No fats, no, like, meat or, like, actual eggs or anything like that. You want to keep all that away.
So what about your bin bag and your Hoover?
Would you?
Maybe.
If it's all natural fibres, just nothing plasticky or anything like that.
Oh, OK.
Yeah.
And when do you cut stuff back?
Well, now's the time to kind of clear stuff out. You don't want to cut it back too hard, but now's the time to kind of get in and just, like, clear out your borders and just make a lovely little compost heap. And, I mean, we were cutting back all day yesterday. I mean, there's so much in the garden now. You can just see it gradually dying back. So all the perennials, just tidy everything up.
And when do you stop mowing your lawns?
Okay,
when
so
they stop growing?
pretty much when they stop growing. I mean, I kind of stop around November time, and I do like a 4-yearly kind of fertiliser on them just to keep them going and keep them lush. But yeah, I'd say just like keep an eye on it really, but just don't do it when it's too wet because this time of year when the rain starts, it just gets a bit slushy.
Yeah. And what about, I mean, are we done for flowers or are there nice flowers we can have?
These are my favourite winter planting flowers. So these are hellebores. Have you got any of these in your garden?
I don't even know what that is, Kelly.
Okay,
I've never seen that before in my life.
These are so beautiful. They're a really elegant flower. They flower really early and they're a perennials. They come back year after year.
What colour's the flower?
I mean, you can get them in whites, pinks.
So you choose which one
you can just choose. There's lots of different varieties, lots of different heights. But they're just I just think they're such an elegant flower. This is called a Daphne and this is really fragrant. So this is also really...
The leaves or the flower?
No, the flower. It'll be like a little tiny white flower that will come out. Mine's flowering at the moment.
Daphne odora.
Have you got one of these?
I've got a lot. We've got a bit of Daphne. Daphne odora we've got.
And these are...
Cyclamen.
OK. My nan used to have these in pots.
I know.
They're not the rabbits, are they? No, they're not.
No, they're the fuchsias. No, I don't know what ones. I'm thinking. Yeah, I know the ones. Snapdragon. Yeah,
they look a bit like rabbits.
No, these are cyclamen. But let's move on to the planting because this is where we get dirty. I love this.
OK.
So this is all your spring planting. This needs to happen now. All your bulbs need to be going in the ground now or in pots. The ground's still quite hard. So we've got some hyacinths. If you start...
Red onion.
It looks a bit like a red onion. So basically, you want to just make sure you plant it in with the little pointy bit pointing up and make sure the roots
How
there.
far under the ground?
About 4 inches, 4 or 5 inches.
So you plant your bulbs before the winter?
Oh, absolutely. You get them in right now and it gives them time to establish roots. There you go. So that's...
And then when do they flower those? So you're popping them into flower in spring?
Do you know what? The hyacinths, you could bring them on, I think, by Christmas. If you get them in now and you put them in a warm spot in the house, they'd flower by Christmas.
Same for tulips, same for narcissus.
Tulips and the daffodils. And what I like to do is also layer planting. So I usually put the tulips at the bottom and then I add the daffodils on top. And then that way you kind of get a succession of colour. And they all work together. They'll find their way. So don't ever think
will they keep coming back every year then once you put them in? Or do you have to change
they get
them?
weaker. I mean, what I do, I put them in pots and then the second year I throw them out in the garden. If they come up, they come up. If they don't, they don't.
Okay.
But I always buy... To guarantee that you're going to get them flowering, you kind of need
to
keep buy new ones. Yeah, buy new ones.
Thank you very much. Lovely.
Is that enough?
Yeah, well done. Very well.
Is that enough, did you say?
I was like, oh,
is that enough? That's more than enough. It's lovely.
Great, thank you.
Right, stay with us. We're taking your calls on spying on your children. Deirdre's here right after the break.